With most films, big films, you do wardrobe tests to see how the costume's going to look. But
Right.
the lighting in this film is so specific. Did the wardrobe tests, were they pretty accurate measurement, or when you got up to Calgary, was it like, wow, this looks different?
Well, I actually traveled with the wardrobe as I was making it from in Vancouver in my workroom to Calgary every step of the way, and we tested it in the setting, in the light, in the snow that we were actually going to be shooting in, because Alejandro rehearsed this movie for several months ahead of time. I had plenty of time to test how the costumes worked, how the bear would rip Glass's coat off and how it would tear, and how the elk skins would behave. So yes, it was all tested and all tested in natural light. And Alejandro is a stickler for mood and feeling, and so he had to see everything right in front of him, not on camera. We would look at it at night in dailies after we shot it in the environment, but he still had to see it in person and see if he's very, he reacts to things viscerally. So when I'd show him something, if I didn't see the exact right body language, I knew I had to go back to work. And I'd head back to Vancouver, and that's how we came up with the idea of black wax early on, before I knew what the light would be in the testing. I'd read in this book Jack Fisk gave me before I even started, called 40 Years of Fur Trapper, and it's described the men coming back from these 2-year trapping expeditions, and you could not tell what their clothes were made of because they were so covered with bear grease. And I felt that would be my mantra, that everything really had to look real and have that dark, greasy patina on it. And sure enough, when I finally got to that point where I was happy with it, I flew to Calgary from Vancouver to show Alejandro what it would look like, and we tested in the light, and just the way it captured the light, reflected the light, or absorbed the light, depending on the skin or the fur, he was happy. And that's how we came up with black wax.
No, okay, how many costumes did you do for this film?
Oh, hundreds and hundreds, because we made everything. We made all of the different native tribes so that they would look different. We made, of course, all of Leo's costumes, and he had many stages of his costume, both before the bear attack, after the bear attack. I think he had 20 renditions up to the fort. And then after the fort, I think maybe 10 different stages with all of the blood of the cat and mouse with Fitzgerald. So hundreds and hundreds of costumes. And everything was hand done, hand stitched. I had a huge workroom. Each cutter fitter had maybe 5 or 6 people just hand sewing everything once it was all designed and cut and made.